saying you done Me Too Brandon. He done got quiet over there.
I'm sorry, Brandon. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself.
There is no, when you're Me Too, there's no speaking up. Like
in the corner.
You are Me Too, you are immediately guilty. Like your career is done.
It's
like,
best not to make no statements for your own
I'm
safety.
That didn't work for Bill Cosby.
Right.
I didn't do it.
This will go viral. This will go viral.
Just that clip. I'm sorry.
He out.
You know what's so funny?
But they're about to now do a civil suit against him.
Wow.
Because they really didn't want him to get out.
He the next R. Kelly. They about to keep coming for him.
Yeah.
What's the civil suit? Here's my issue with the civil suit. You said you didn't do this for money, right? That's what the women saying, or the women typically say they're not doing it for money. So he got out by a technicality. And I saw the documentary. I know the technicality was basically he admitted to drugging women, but he was supposed to be able to say that and it not come back on him, for them to be able to have that
because it's past a certain time or something like that,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah, like statute of limitations. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. But here's my issue as a man. I have a daughter. I have a 9-year-old. I teach my daughter immediately. If something happens to you, you need to speak up immediately, because to me, that is the real deal, true bravery. For me, bravery isn't coming back 20 years later.
Right.
Bravery is when you have everything on the line to lose and you say, no, I'm going to stand up to this person, because your bravery is then helping every other woman sooner. Because you went quiet for 15, 20 years, there was 15, 20 years worth of women that was also assaulted.
Yeah.
So if you would have spoke up sooner, now it's a different time. And I know back then it was a different time, but I'm telling my daughter now in 2022 era,
that's great.
You need to speak up. I said, if somebody touch you, if it's a family member, a friend, quote unquote friend, you got to speak up and you have to say something, because that's real bravery and that's helping to prevent that person from doing that for someone else. So this is why I bring that up. So when we say no statute of limitation, if somebody did something wrong and they're guilty, they need to go to jail. But also, you have women that do lie from time to time.
It messes up for all of us.
It does.
Yeah. You hitting everything on right on that.
We don't even have to say nothing because he's saying everything.
Right. But so you have these women that lie from time to time, and it's unfair for a good man, for whatever reason, is going on about his life 15, 20, 25 years. And then you have a woman that's going through whatever she may be going through, career not going right, going through a divorce. She see you on TV winning or whatever the case is. And now she's able to come out and say, well, he did something to me back in college. Bitch, I'm a senior citizen now. And you talking about some shit that I did in college?
But as a woman,
I'm listening,
who has been raped, but it was a date rape. I knew the person. I was actually seeing the person. I had already, and it's really, really murky because I had sex with the person. But at this particular time, we were breaking up, and I said no. And he tore my underwear off of me and did it anyway. And I cried. Wow. That didn't feel like love to me. But because I had already slept with this person, I didn't tell anyone, because I was like, well, it's going to be hard to say this person took it from me. But it was something that I very much did not want to do. And I had a scar on my back from where he scratched me trying to tear my clothes off of me when it happened. Fun fact, this person's now a comedian. And I have done shows with them and had to just like look the other way. But I digress. Wow. Another person that's very respected in Hollywood as an actor was very, very sexually aggressive towards me when we were alone together. And I had to ask him to please get the fuck out of my house, because I thought we were just friends and just kicking it. And then I had to use my little witch cinnamon broom and my sage and try to get his negative energy out. But I didn't tell anybody about that either. Then later I saw this person in the news years later was getting in trouble with somebody else. And I was like, and then I saw somebody else in the news, but he had the money to like make the stories go away. So y'all saw it for a second and forgot about it. Then the news came out a few years later for somebody else and y'all forgot about it. But this stuff happens all the time.
Cuba,
and it's very difficult for us to speak up, because it becomes, well, what was he doing at your house? Well, you guys already slept together. Well, what were you wearing? Well, what time of day was it? Well, what were you expecting? It all becomes the slut shaming that Amber Rose was fighting so hard against with the slut walk, of us being the ones that are put on trial when we say this person did this to us. So we don't say anything.
Down, I get it. Hate that I keep winning. Stab my back is tempting.